This new twist.
He's a Manchurian candidate. He's accepted money from China, from Russia, from Ukraine, from everywhere. If that were a Republican, he would have been given the electric chair. They would have brought back the death penalty.
A reminder, in case you needed one, a political candidate alluding to the execution of a sitting president in front of the nation's most prominent organization of gun owners. Definitely not normal. Joining us now, former Trump White House aide Sarah Matthews. She testified publicly during the January 6th committee hearings. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, well, that was normal, Sarah. Just kind of a day at the NRA. Look, okay, so Trump is a liar. Well established, we know that. The projection around, Biden spending, taking money from Russia and all these places, we know that. But when you're standing in front of a group like the NRA, when you're standing in front of a group that has very, very, strong views about this administration, the Biden administration, and Donald Trump, for that matter, what is the signaling that, from your inside the bubble a little bit with Trump, what's the signaling that's going on there? Is it as blatant as, making a comment about executing a president, or is it something more or something less? It's just Trump standing up there running his mouth.
I think that Donald Trump knows that this audience that would be at a convention for the NRA are people that are part of his base. And so he's going to say things like this where that it's going to rile them up and get them excited. I think he knows that these kinds of, in his mind, I think he thinks it's a joke where he's joking about, oh, he needs the electric chair. Right. But you shouldn't be talking about like that, like with anyone in general, but especially not the sitting U.S. president. And I think that he does it because he wants to get a reaction out of them and thinks it will be entertaining, but he doesn't. I think that he doesn't care about how his rhetoric has gotten increasingly erratic, and he has these calls for political violence have just increased with him, and so it is concerning when we're looking at it. But it follows this pattern that we've seen from his 2024 campaign thus far. If
I just quick follow up on that, so how should we react when we hear this? Because there is this tendency for hair on fire moments when Trump says crazy stuff like this. But we know, to your point, that a lot of it's just kind of stoking his base, probably less interested in our reaction, although they love it. How should people generally react outside of Trump world when they hear this?
I want to preface your comments with, I'm going to react with my hair on fire. The little bit I got left every single time.
No, I think that it's sad because we've normalized this rhetoric with Trump. I think some Americans, they don't even, think twice when he makes these kinds of comments because they're so conditioned and used to him talking like this. But this is not normal. We should not have the Republican candidate for president making jokes about executing the current sitting U.S. president. But with Trump, I think that people just kind of brush these things off and dismiss them. But I think that we really need to take him at his word, not necessarily saying that I think he actually thinks that Joe Biden needs the electric chair. But when we're looking at the broad array of the kind of language that he's using, just beyond this type of things that he's saying during his 2024 campaign, thinking about his comments about how immigrants are poisoning the blood of America, how he wants to weaponize the DOJ to enact revenge on his political enemies. We need to take him at his word and take him seriously.
Yeah, look, I can only go off of what you tell me.